So many people like me were having problems logging into their PlayStation Networks or Xbox Live accounts during Christmas, and a few others like myself as well were having problems logging in before and after. So it was like a 3-day outage for PlayStation Network. The Xbox Live came out like a day after. So maybe you wanted to know from Sony what was going on with the PlayStation Network and what was down for so long, as you try to connect so many times, right? That's what a person would do with common sense, right? Well, it turns out that somebody was thinking that it was smart enough to call 911. And yes, you guys, you heard that right, 911, to find out what was going on with PlayStation Network. So it turns out that it was a teen that called 911 over the holidays in the wake of the problems with the PlayStation Network, asking the operator, in quotes, "Do you know about the whole thing that's going on with PlayStation Network?" And in quotes.
The reason that bad things happen to you is because you're a dumbass.
Now, we don't know exactly how old this kid is. It says it's a teen. I'm going to go and assume that he's pretty young, probably around 10 to 14. And he was maybe not ever taught by his parents or teachers or, his guardians what 911 is really used for. Or maybe he did not know the extent of an emergency, an emergency for what it's for everybody and for him. For him, probably was something, disastrous, like, oh my god, there's no PlayStation Network on Christmas Day when I unwrap my PlayStation 4, so I gotta decide and call, 911 and find out what was going on. Instead of calling, Sony and finding out what was going on, or he could have gone to, PlayStation Network's, tweet account and find out exactly what was going on. I mean, there's many other sources of information to find out what was going on, but this kid decided to call 911, which makes me think that he's not really, well informed on this. Hopefully this kid, learns his lesson, to only call 911 for real emergencies. It doesn't seem like he's really got himself into much trouble, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna learn his lesson, not to call 911 again unless it's a real emergency. Okay, you guys, I'll be making this the stopping point, and just let me know down in the comment box below what you thought of this story. I found it, somewhat entertaining, and I feel like the kid genuinely thought it was a real emergency for himself, and he really was not never taught what, really you should use 911 for, so I'm pretty sure his parents need to talk to him about that. Alright, you guys, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and remember that this was Fear D. I'll be seeing you guys later.